Meet Sir Henry Fayol. Henry Fayol is a big name in the classical management area of organizational studies. He is more known for his administrative theory of management, and as he defines it, to manage is to forecast, to plan, to organize, to command, to coordinate, and to control. He was born on July 29, 1841 in Constantinople, now more popularly called Istanbul in Turkey. In college, he studied mining engineering and graduated at a young age in the year 1860. After graduating, he started working as an engineer in a coal mining company. He got promoted in 1888 as managing director, but at that time, the company he belonged to was actually in a situation of insolvency. Despite this big problem, Fayol accepted the position and the challenge that came along with it. He applied his managerial techniques to help the company rise from the ashes. He retired after 30 years, and this company, which was previously bankrupted and facing insolvency, became the leading coal steel company with a very strong financial background. Fayol's contribution to the field of management. Fayol made clear distinction between technical and managerial skills. He identified five main steps in management through his administrative theory of management. He also developed 14 principles of management, which are universal managerial prescriptions. The administrative management theory really just basically talks about how the management should interact with employees through the five functions of management, namely planning, organizing, commanding, coordinating, and controlling. Now, before we identify the 14 prescriptions, we first need to understand the meaning of the term management principles. These are the universally applicable rules or recommendations that guides the behavior or decision making process of a manager. We have two approaches for this. The first is the scientific management approach, which was coined by Sir Frederick Winslow Taylor, and this applies to operational or supervisory management. On the other hand, we have Sir Henry Fayol, who coined the administrative theory of management. These are applicable for general administration or management as a whole. So the 14 guiding principles by Henry Fayol are division of work. These principles imply that the overall action of management should be divided into a compact job and employees should be allocated certain jobs viewing their interests and skills. As per this principle, the work should be delegated to the person who can do it in the best way, resulting in specialization. Second is authority and responsibility. Fayol said that there should be a balance between authority and responsibility, so that an employee must be given the amount of authority required to perform the given responsibility. Because authority without responsibility will lead to waste of possession and lack of utilization of power, and responsibility without power will lead to poor utilization of human and another resource. Discipline. Fayol said that an employee should be obedient and respectful to the authority and the established rules and regulation of the organization. So, there must be clarity of rules, reward punishment system, good supervision, and other ways to maintain discipline. Unity of command. An employee must get orders from only one immediate supervisor, and he should be accountable to the immediate supervisor only. There should not be other supervisors to guide the employee. This will help to clear the confusion and make the employee loyal to the activity. Unity of direction. According to this principle, there should only be one manager under the guidance and plan, and that this will help the objectives move forward. The work and efforts of the organization as a whole must be in the same direction. Subordination of individual interests to general interests. Although Fayol recognizes these two types of interest, he said that the organizational interest must be given more priority, as doing good for the organization will bring rewards for the individuals. Remuneration to employees. Fayol said that there must be monetary as well as non monetary remuneration to the employees. But he also believes that there should be more focus on non monetary remuneration because this will help create bonding between the employee and the organization. the monetary remuneration must also be fair, reasonable, and satisfactory. Centralization and decentralization. Fayol believes that there must be a good balance between centralization and decentralization. Scalar chain. A chain of authority and communication must exist that flows from highest to the lowest level to avoid chaos and delays. Order. Fayol said that every material and manpower should be given a proper place in the organization. The right man for the right job is essential in the smooth running of an organization. So, management must identify tasks and put them in proper order with the limited human and other resources. Equity. This principle applies that all the members of the organization should be treated equally. There should be no biases and there should be an environment of kindness and justice. Stability of tenure of personnel. Any employee can work to the fullest if they have a secure job. So, an employee must be provided with job security, which will help them to be efficient. This will also benefit the organization as it lowers the labor turnover and reduces the cost of recruiting and training new employees. Initiative. Employees need to be motivated to put forward their ideas or suggestions and execute them. Esprit de corps. This principle implies that union is strength and team spirit. So the organization must integrate all its actions toward a single goal and objective. There must be a unified team contribution in harmony and cooperation, which is always greater than the aggregate of individual performances. So, all these 14 principles have helped in making management more efficient and helped more and more managers to develop the necessary skills even up to this century. Henry Fayol once again viewed management as a profession and offered universal management prescriptions. So, as an evaluation, I could say that Fayol's contribution to the management theory is certainly remarkable because of the overall concepts of general management which he suggested. However, there are limitations. He stressed a one best way of organizing and managing, and theory that he made was based on intuition and his own experiences and his own observations rather than on empirical investigation. We could say that today's environment are more turbulent and unpredictable, with the ongoing pandemic and changing business environments. And these principles are too general for today's highly complex organization. However, I believe that these guiding principles can be tailor fitted to better suit our current business environments. Well, friends, this brings me to the end of my discussion. I hope you find this very insightful. Thank you.